Hi 7Xers, this is the video that goes along with online work number 13. We're still solving equations. We'll be solving equations for the rest of the year. I'm going to do 3 equations and 1 word problem with you. Wouldn't be a bad idea to have a sheet of paper out and a calculator. Try these equations with me. Make sure you're getting the same answers. If not, watch the video and see where you might have done something differently than me that maybe gave you the wrong answer. First equation is 6 times 2x minus 3 in parentheses plus 8 equals 2x plus 30. Let me put my line at the equal sign. And I'm going to distribute that 6 first. So that's going to say 12x minus 18 plus 8 equals 2x plus 30. Then I'm going to combine like terms over here so I can get this side as simplified down as possible before I start moving things to both sides. So I'm going to combine that negative 18 with that plus 8, and that's going to give me a minus 10 or a negative 10. So now it's going to say 12x minus 10 equals 2x plus 30. Now you can start moving things to one side or the other so you can get the x's alone. I'll get rid of the 2x on this side. And that's going to say now 10x minus 10 equals 30 because this is gone over here. I can add 10 to both sides. I can get 10x equals 40. Oops, move that up a little so you can see that. Divide by 10. And x equals 4. Remember to check it by taking the 4 and plugging it in for x in the original equation. So it would say 6 times 2 times 4 minus 3 in parentheses plus 8. Does that really equal the same as 2 times 4 plus 30? Well, let's do the parentheses first over here. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. So this is really 6 times 5 plus 8. Well, 6 times 5 is 30. 30 plus 8 is 38. Let's see what happens on the other side. Multiplication comes before addition. 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 plus 30 is 38. They do come out to be the same. So that means I definitely had the right answer for x. Okay, second equation. Oops, sorry, I hit the phone there. Second equation is 3 times 5x minus 4 in parentheses plus 2x equals 7x plus 16. So again, let's simplify the whole left side of the equation. So I'm going to distribute first. 3 times 5x is 15x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Plus 2x equals 7x plus 16. I can combine like terms over here. 15x plus 2x is 17x minus 12. Equals 7x plus 16. I can subtract 7x from both sides. So I'm going to get 10x minus 12 equals 16. Get that x alone by adding 12 to both sides. And 10x equals 28. Divide by 10. And x equals 2 8/10, or 2 4/5, if you simplify it to the fraction. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's make sure you're doing okay with when an equation has infinite solutions and when it has no solutions. So here's an equation. Let's do 2 times x minus 3 plus x equals 3x plus 1. Now, if I simplify this side of the equation, I'm going to get 2x minus 6 plus x equals 3x plus 1. I can put my line here if I want. When I combine like terms here, I get 3x minus 6 equals 3x plus 1. Now, hopefully, that's setting off an alarm in your head. How can 3x minus 6 ever come out to be the same as 3x plus 1? It can't. And if I tried to solve it by subtracting 3x from both sides, that's gone, this is gone, and I get negative 6 equals 1, which doesn't make any sense at all, which tells you there are no solutions here. It's not possible to do 3 times some number and subtract 6 and get the same answer as 3 times that number plus 1. It just doesn't make any sense. But if the equation came out to be something like 3x minus 6 equals 3x minus 6, that's an example of infinite solutions. Any number you plugged into x would make both sides come out to be true. And if you tried to solve that, subtract 3x from both sides, that's gone, that's gone. You end up with negative 6 equals negative 6, which is always true, makes perfect sense. That's infinite solutions. Hope you're starting to get the hang of that. If not, make sure you let me know. We can go talk about it some more. All right, so let's do one word problem, and then that will be it for this lesson. So, it says, Mrs. Rogers gave her children money for doing chores. She gave them a total of $40. Christy got 5 less than twice the amount that Jake got. How much did each child get? Now, before we set up our equation, let's write an expression to represent what Jake got and what Christy got. Now, I didn't really tell you anything about Jake's money. I told you Christy's money was 5 less than twice Jake's. So let's call Jake X. Then for Christy, she's 5 less than twice that. So Christy would be 2x minus 5. Now realize they had a total of $40, which tells us that Christy's money plus Jake's money has to equal $40 when you add them together. So let's just substitute our expressions. Christy was 2x minus 5 plus Jake is x. That has to equal $40. There's no parentheses, so we can jump right into combining like terms. It's going to say 3x minus 5 equals $40. Add 5 to both sides. We get 3x equals 45. Divide by 3, and we get x equals 15. Now we're not done there, because the question asks how much did each child get. So realize x is 15. That's Jake. He must have got $15. Christy's was 5 less than twice that amount. So we can just plug 15 in for x and do 2 times 15 minus 5. 2 times 15 is 30. 30 minus 5 is $25. That means Christy must have got $25. Double check yourself. If they don't really add up to be $40, which was the total, you know you made a mistake. I hope that helps with today's lesson. Let me know if there's any questions.